Jan, I noticed that you have a couple of different styles here.
Yeah.
Could you tell me about the very decorative painting and the white
You
style?
call this a decorative painting? Yes, that's what you said, no? Well, for me it's not a decorative painting, and to start with, but the difference in style is just a formal difference. For me it's all about the same thing. I like art to be very clear and very, not decorative, but very like, how would I say, it's very definable, no? Like Donald Judd, I'm a big fan of Donald Judd, I think. Or what Frank Stella said, what you see is what you see. This is a kind of very important thing for me. I would like, if I look at art, if I look at nature, if I look at real life things, I do not like the mystery that is so much what it's all about in art. Everybody's talking about mystery. And I like things to be very clear, you see. This is a staircase of the Vatican in Rome. This is a white painting. There's a lot of oil paint on the canvas, but for me it's very important that you can see what it is. And there's no mystery about it. There's a lot of science or maybe mathematics. See, it's about logic. It's about how to make a painting and to be very clear about it.
I noticed in the paintings in the back room that a lot of them are interiors. Is this a specialty?
No. I use a subject as a pretext. It's absolutely not important for me. Here is the first time that I make a show around one specific subject. It's Venice and Rome. But in fact, in my studio I paint everything. I have no preference in terms of subject. I paint portraits, I paint pornographic images, I paint everything. I mean, flowers. And it's not about that. I really want to use the subject as some kind of starting point just to make a painting. The problems are problems of composition, of color, of harmony. It's more about the abstract painting things, see? I feel like a formalist painter.
Well, in many ways I would describe you in that way.
Yeah.
When you look at it now, we're at the end of the 20th century. Painting has in many ways changed its roles over the centuries. Mm-hmm. How do you see the painter in the late 20th century, and what is his role?
I thought a painter could not talk about history, or he cannot express himself in terms of politics, or he cannot. He's a painter, in fact. I mean, it's just about painting. If you do not feel that way, if you do not feel what it is to just paint, to handle paint, to be busy with colors and form, you better be a journalist or something. I mean, painting is very specific about painting. And if you want to talk about social life or politics or everything else, you do something else. So for me, I can only speak about painting and not about art in general. Art could be everything. It could be you could have a kind of engagement towards things, but that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in Rubens in a very classical way, but not in the story that he would tell. 400 years ago he told religious stories. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the formal qualities of the paintings, in the way the painting is constructed, in the virtuosity of the painting manière. That's about painting for me. I think painting should be today a kind of formal aesthetic thing, something like that.
Well, you mentioned Donald Judd, who's a minimalist.
Yeah.
How do you see your paintings relating to minimalism?
No, I don't. I don't see it related to minimalism. It's not about form. It's totally. I'm more Baroque. I feel more related to Frank Stella or something, or to Willem de Koning. But the idea is very important. When I look at the Donald Judd, I see I see very simple forms. I can define directly what I see, and that is for me what's very important. I mean, that's the basic of aesthetic, the basic of artistic experience, that you see directly what's in front of you and that it reveals itself as a very simple object of pleasure. So minimalism is okay for me, but that's I'm more interested in content than in the formal exposure of minimalism.
Well, Jan, veel success with your show. Thank you very much for talking with us.
Okay. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.